Reality on the ground, and real people, real issues with me, Andrew Chamagero, Omontua 1C. Now, on one of those, casual days when you're actually walking around town, there are a couple of things you look at. Maybe you're speeding for work, maybe you're speeding for an appointment or a coffee, evening. You never pay attention to a couple of things. But down in Kampala, when you look around, there are a couple of things that will actually surprise you. Behind me, there is a big wall that has art hangings. Now, this is rare art. It's an installation that I can't even explain. And where I am, I'm in Chiembe. Possibly I could actually relate to the story, but I couldn't actually understand what it stands for. What is it about? How did someone come up with something of the sort? And they hung it in our city center. Another person would actually think of it as a recycling kind of approach you're trying to use, that when the tailors are done with the cuttings and the choppings and all the linings, they can actually have a different feel of art that comes up. This is rare art, and I've actually seen it in places like Spain, Italy, and of course France. And when it came to Kampala, I was very curious to actually get to know who did this, how did they do it, what inspired them, what is the story. Artists always, they have a story behind. This is what we needed to know. And today I'm honored to have Helen Nabukenya, who happened to be the artist. Very good morning, Helen.
Good morning.
I'm so honored. I'm honored to actually be here with you. But first, what are you? Are you an artist? Are you a shed artist? What are you?
I'm a visual artist, and I'm mainly doing installations. I work with women. And then I collect, actually. I do recycling. I collect offcuts from different tailors in the city. But mostly now I'm based in Chiembe, where you see many tailors, and they always throw out offcuts. So I collect these offcuts from them, and then I take them to my studio, and I reproduce artworks.
Where is your studio? What is your studio name?
My studio is in Buziga. It's called Art Punch Studio.
Art Punch Studio.
Yes.
All right, Sebo, kanjogereko naawe nga tetunaba kuyingira mu mboozi amanyi na mukyalo no ayinzula Sebo. Amanya n'eddoboozi.
Bampita Matovu Joshua.
Mwami Matovu Joshua. Nga nesiimye okulaba.
Kirungi.
Tutandikire ku kyangu gwo mu batunzi b'omu Kiyembe muno. Helen yabatuukirira ng'ayagala pieces zino obutundutundu buno. Gwe yakyogera kyakola makulu gy'oli?
Tekyakola makulu kusooka naye kubanga yajjanga akuŋŋaanya buli wamu naye abantu ab'enjawulo bajjanga nga babakuŋŋaanya oba akola nabo oba yabatumanga toyinza kumanya baffe twalabanga abantu ab'enjawulo nga bajja agamba buno mbwagala buno mubwagala agamba mubunkuŋŋaanyize nja butwala ngamba tubukukuŋŋaanyiza oyina ssente otuwa omulimu ogera tusasula
buli kimu mukyagala mu ssente
buli kimu tukyagala mu ssente
oba mukiyeme nga muli bakambwe
tuli bakambwe nnyo n'embeera nkambwe
kati azze akunnyonnyodde kyagenda yabannyonnyola kyagenda obukolamu
actually teyatunnyonnyola bulijjo abatwala obuntu kete tubulinaako mugaso ajja n'asanga mubusudde awo n'alonda buntu bwe n'atwala tetumanya abamu agenda n'abukumisa muliro oba agenda n'abutungamu ppiro oba n'akola ffe tetulina budde obwo
mu mbeera ng'amaze okukola ekintu kino ng'akiwaniseeyo waggulu bwe wakkirira n'okiraba kyategeeza ki gy'oli kirina kye kiraga kirina ekifaananyi kye kikuwa tune mu kamera wano eno
ekintu ekyo kiraga ebintu bingi ate nange kale abatunzi abasinga nga bwe tuli kati tulina mu ttiimu kijjayo amakulu mangi ennyo ekisooka obugoye obwo bwe yatukuŋŋaanyangako ffe twali tubutwalanga obutali bwa mugaso gye tuli naye bwe yakolamu ekintu ngekyo n'amala n'akiteeka in place actually ekintu ekyo kiri wide kinene lwakuba kyafundamu kyafunda olw'okuba space we kitudde ntono naye nga kinene like 10 meters kinene kigazi
Well, what he's actually trying to say is that the art at the top there is very wide. It's like 10 meters. It's just the building that actually just took it down. Bwe bakiteekayo n'okera ku machano kiyitako waneeno gwe ngeya contributing ku show kyategeeza ki gy'oli?
Si nze nzekka naye buli yakirabako jamu yakwata awo mungi
Matovu nga mwali ku kivulu
twali kuyoleka si kivulu jamu yakwata awo na motoka tezitambula eri eraga kiki kino abayindi bagenda kusamira kuba kizimbe kya muyindi agaba abayindi bagenda kusamira Banigeria bino ebintu bya Banigeria ffe tetubimanye eno naye nga tebamanyi nti muntu wano yakikoze.
Oluvannyuma n'avaayo n'abanyunya n'agamba nti yakikoze kyategeeza ki gy'oli?
Oluvannyuma yajja actually waliwo festival ne gurupu ye atunyonyola ebintu bye nava kuŋŋaanyangamu bikola bino. Nakola kati kiringa kateni kiringa kwegamba naye nga bw'okibeere wala kiwa view ennungi colors ezirimu zisanyusa. Actually buli omu yagamba nga akakagoye nze nakamu ako yakajjawo ake kali.
Mwenga abatunzi b'omu Kiyembe ebiseera ebisinga abantu babayita ba designers simanyi oba kituufu. Kwegamba omuntu bw'ajja n'abaako ebintu by'abasaba mu mbeera bw'eti nga bigenda ku adding a value ku kyakola oba ku skill ye kitegeeza ki gye muli? Era musaba ssente mu mbeera eyo nga waganye mwasooka kusaba ssente?
Toli ba designer naye mu ngeri ndala si y'ebyo ya byambalo majolobeera bwe gatyo naye kati oyo ati ffe twali tetumulowoozaako twali tumutadde ebbali naye kati abasinga bapiikinze nti ki bino betutwala nga si bya mugaso gye tuli actually bisobola okukola ekintu ekirala.
Absolutely. Well, there we have it. We are having Helen again. She's actually going to explain us. Nyanzanyo Mwami Matovu. Helen is here. Helen, let's go through this entire thing. Matovu atugambye nti wano waliwo yoleke that very early morning it was too like jamu yakwata nnyo. People didn't understand the concept. Let's go to the entire story. What is the story of this kind of art on the walls?
Now this art, can I speak Luganda English?
No, you can, but they can see it. You don't need to point at it.
Okay, so the installation is about the story. My idea behind it is about the story of the Shembe and the tailors and the artists, I myself. Because I as the artist, have been working in Shembe for a long time.
We all fenengwe tuzijene bisi.
Yes, baba tungire ngoye and eriyo buno basalasalako. And of course the tailors throw them away. So you guys don't know, but they throw them away, and then actually here, I'm so blessed that they actually threw them away and they put them in their kasasilo. So I kept on asking for a long time. That was a long time when I finished up school. I started coming to Shembe asking for tailors to give me the offcuts. But at first, banga, what are you going to use them for, you know? Then I was like, I'm going to do my art, what? But at first, actually, because it was so hard, it was so hard, I would rather throw them away than giving them to you. Yeah, so but at first, I'm a student, you know, I'm doing my research, what? Then they gave me. So time came, I was like, no, I think this is not good. Tell them I'm a student, because I'm no longer a student. I'm actually working. And I told them I'm an artist. I want to do my stuff. I do my art, what? So some of them are like, you rather buy, you know? Some of them are like, no, we rather throw them away. Maybe you know, something like that. If our business crops, you know. So I kept on asking slowly.
The mindsets in Kiyembe.
So hard.
I know.
So there's actually one lady, she's a tailor. My mom used to take our gomeses there for a long time. Kati nemugamba bamita ajat. Nengamba nyabo mbade kusabantwale off cuts what. So she's like, okay, because she knew my mom, started giving me these off cuts for free. Yeah. And another tailor, she's called Adela. She does bridal. She also knew me through my sister. Yeah. After university, I went and I started doing printing for her. So she also gave me offcuts for free. But then the rest, it was so hard. They were thinking maybe business agenda zero. So I started taking these offcuts at a studio. And then one day...
how long did it take you to collect the entire pieces, and before you actually took them to the studio and you say, okay, this is enough I'm having? And what kind of length were you looking at? What kind of width were you looking at when you're doing all this?
We're talking about this work. Yeah, for this work, I collected for 3 months. And of course,
collecting the pieces?
Yes.
Every day?
Yeah, every day. By then, of course, I've been like now through Chiembe and all the things, so they get to know me. And then I just went to other different tailors who actually didn't know me, and I was asking them, and they're like, no, Bitwala or what. So I got there for 3 months, and in collecting, this time I decided not to work from the studio oftenly, but I worked in different tailor studios. So we are like weaving with the tailors. I was teaching them the technique of weaving a robe. But to me, as I'm weaving this robe, I'm putting a story inside. So the piece which is up here, it was made by different people in this area of the Chiembe.
The different tailors.
Yeah, different tailors and just people who are like moving around. They see us working and they want to join in, and they join and they start weaving.
Wow, so it was more like a community. Wow, I love the approach. That is what we actually had. Many people are actually a part of this. But when did you start this? Did you just start it this year, or is it something you've loved? I've seen a couple of your pictures, like the ones running on air right now. These pictures show that you've not only done it here in Uganda, where you travel as an artist, you've kept on doing the same thing.
Yeah, for this piece, I've done it for this year. Yeah. Only this year. That's what I started.
But this kind of installation?
I started doing installation 2013.
Wow.
And my idea behind all the installation was because I wanted to relate myself to the ground of people, you know. As in, women used to knock my gate asking for small jobs, digging around, washing for me. I didn't like to do that. I didn't like that kind of help, but I wanted to teach them art, to open my mind to them, and they understand what I really do. So I called these women into my compound, and then we started doing one piece which is called Tuaye. Wait, before we go to Tuaye, I'm sure Frank Walusim will actually like that. Let's talk about this one. This one is called what? Because I hear this is called Muno Mukabi.
Muno Mukabi.
Yes.
Wow, this is amazing. The art piece we have hanging over there, an installation hanging over there by Helen Nabukenya says is called Muno Mukabi. But she had the one she actually did, it's called Tuaye. What was Tuaye about? Yeah,
Tuaye was about the women who, by then actually I was staying in Kansanga before we shifted to Buziga, because the studio kept on shifting. So in Kansanga, I had all these women who'd knocked my gate, you know. They wanted to dig for me, watch for me. And these are women, they had a lot of stories, you know. So they would tell me all these kind of stories, and I would feel so sorry, but I wouldn't help enough, you know. So the only way I would actually do a solution was to then be part of my work. So I had like collected all these offcuts that I brought them, and I just poured them in my compound. I called these women, I'm like, can we do a piece together? Yes. What is this? Pieces yes, their taste of color, you know, shape and all the things. Yes, Nengalo, and then
that must have taken a lot of time, because if you're just going to, you know, to knit it with a Ron Mpiso.
Yes, it really took a lot of time, but in the process of them actually stitching and putting stuff together, tried to wire, and then that's when the title of the work came out. And then I named this work Tuaye because I saw actually a change in these women. I never happiness, you know, because they're like sad women, you know. But they opened up within that period of time when I was working with them. They would actually talk to each other. They would share stuff, you know. They would actually smile. They would laugh.
Do you think the women in our society actually need a support structure, like people actually who can believe and give them an ear to listen to? Or do you think we can actually find avenues like art to bring us together?
Yeah, I think we should. Avenues like art are so important in societies and then in women's, you know, because our feeling, every woman has a story, and every woman.
That's what you say. Every woman
has a story, and every woman has a side part of her life. But then when they come together in a society and they're doing creative stuff, the happiness comes up, you know. So we need art in societies. We need art which talk to people, you know. So the installations I do, actually, they talk to people. Because when I started doing the first installation, that Tuaye, I saw a very big change in these women. They started smiling, you know. Actually, I even made a poem, you know.
Out of it?
Yes, in that Tuaye, in that Tuaye installation.
You can give it to us if you still remember the lyrics well. But it's okay, if we can skip it. with it, a little
yeah,
rusty
yeah,
about it.
we can because so this piece, the Twaye piece, was exhibited in Denmark. That was in 2013.
Let's talk about foreigners with our art. It seems foreigners love more of our art okusinga ffe engeri gye tumwagalamu. Where are we going wrong? Do we have the culture of us actually getting into loving our own art and exposing it? Lwaki baagala nnyo waffe okusinga ffe okumwagala?
There's something in African art, because they believe we speak the reality of it.
We have a story to tell.
Yeah, we have a story to tell. And now, okay, I'll talk about that Twaye piece. It was more of society engagement, and then you would see the pain of these women. They are putting stuff together, and there's a voice of an artist which is raising their voices, all their voices in one piece. So the foreigners will always look at things which are being done in communities, and they appreciate the African art. But then at the same time, naffe twagala ebintu byaffe.
Ffe ng'Abannayuganda,
Abaddugavu appreciate
Abaddugavu tufuddeyo okujja ne tugenda. Let me give you an example. On a good day, you've set up your art.
My installation.
You've put up your installation, and do Africans stand up? Do Ugandans stand up? And when they turn up, what's their feedback like?
Yeah, now for this one, actually, I'll speak about this one. I saw a big
Muno
turn up,
Mukabi.
Muno Mukabi. I saw a big turn up of Africans, of Ugandans, and I really appreciate all the Ugandans, also my inspirations, mostly and
When
from
was it installed? Was it a festival? Was it just an inspiration?
It's a festival, actually. It's actually ending today.
Hey.
I'm really so lucky that NTV came in before the workshop was put.
What
up
is
on
the festival
building.
called? Kwanza, let's understand that.
This is Kla Art Festival.
Okay.
It's organized by 30 Degrees East. And then this festival is running throughout the city. It
Okay.
ran actually for 1 month.
Wow.
This work has been up for 1 month. Throughout this month,
Okay.
the festival has been on. So Kla Art happens after 2 years, after 2 years. And I'm so lucky that this is the second time I'm actually presenting my work in Kla Art. The
Wow.
first time it was Kla Art 2014, and I showed my work at the building of the Uganda Rally.
Okay. Now, this one here, how did you to ekizimbe kya muyindi matovu yatugambye dda buli omu yatya, they were like omuyindi agenda kuloga, Nigeria agenda kusamira. How did you talk to the owner of the building to hang this? Because yes, it's very beautiful, and I would like to wake up to such art every morning.
Thank you. And now I did talk to the owner of the building, I as an artist, but organization took the owner of the building.
Okay.
Yes, so they got the permission from Crane Management, because this building is owned by Crane Management. So they got the permission, and then they got the permission from KCCA, they got the permission from the police. So
Then it could hang.
yes, then it hung. But then the first time, of course, we came in and then we're like seeing the building, trying to ask around. They told me, you know what? You cannot even do this. You need to first of all get the permissions, because KCCA agenda kukwata ekutwale. Because actually, I wanted to. My idea of all this work was to work in a very public space.
Yeah.
I was planning to work from there in the open space.
Yeah.
But then as I was trying to look to ask Carol Mangamba,
Tekijja kusoboka.
and I understood, I'm like, I mean, these are roads, it can happen.
So what do you think about government? Has government come out strongly to support artists like you? Or what do you need government actually to put in place for artists, especially in the visual world, in the visual sector?
I think I would say the government could really allow us, in case, okay, fine, it's a process of asking for permission and all those things. But now, like, if they see this installation, I know they're seeing it, you know, but then if the government can say, we need to support artists, now like Helen Nakunya does the installations, and these are offcuts which are being thrown, she's actually doing recycling instead of people throwing these things away. And not only that, I'm actually creating jobs to people.
Yeah, true.
And then the government can support me in that way, and they provide maybe buildings, so people, because this is beautiful, it beautifies people's places. So they, in this way, the government can support us, and then they say, okay, we can allow these artists to put our work there, you know. So it's actually attracting building, and people can see this building and learn about it, and then the artist also gets the value of the work. And another thing, not like, yes, I'm doing recycling, and actually our city needs to be clean.
Yes.
Instead of this offcast being thrown away, HTV, single government, okay, now we've discovered an artist who is doing this. We need to empower her, you know.
Yeah, they take the cuttings and we empower them.
Yes,
I hear you.
yes, and then they do something, you know. But because yes, we're artists, but we also need to be funded.
I know.
Yeah, I've done all these things for a long time,
By
actually,
yourself?
by myself. And I have a group of women I'm working with, but I try to give them, you know, I try to give back to community. I'm not funded, you know. So I try my best to see that I have the money and I can pay these women to make them happy. So if the government can come on and say, yeah, at least she does this and this, but I think she needs to be funded more because she can do beautiful stuff, you know.
Understand. Then the other thing is, Nabokenya lwaki ati mumuseera nnyo nze sinakitegeera. It's not only about this art. I have been at Waswadi, at Punch as well. I've seen a Sheila Black art wammwe mumuseera nnyo kiki ekigenda mu maaso, because we love to actually support the artists in the country. Naye otunulira piece oyina agamba gye mitwala namutuyita ki?
But I added to Musera, but you know, these are our souls, you know. You're buying someone's soul. It's creativity. So art, you buy a part of me, you know. So that's the reason as to why art is a bit expensive, but it's not expensive. It's the creativity. I never find this piece again. So it's you who have it, you know.
Wow.
And then we need
it's limited edition.
Yes, and then another thing, I think people need to value art the way people value the musicians. So they need to value the visual artists, you know. So we need to put our art on other levels. The prices, they're not so expensive.
Do we have an association that actually does the checks and balances of the price ranges between different art pieces and the likes? Or do we have an association that actually embroids all artists, visual artists, and they can actually give us,
Are you talking about Uganda or what?
Uganda here, because nze njogera muntu wawansagala okula art
Okay,
waffe.
yeah, we have an association, but we don't discuss prices in this
Why?
association. No, the price has come from the artist herself. You know, you need to value your work by yourself. It depends on the years you've worked. It depends on the way you want your work out, you know, the level of your work to be. You know, I have a right to put my work because
At the price you
at the price I want, because at the end of everything, people are gonna look out for me.
Yeah.
And if you don't buy right now, the
You won't
person,
find it again.
you won't, and then it's a piece which is done once, you know.
Yeah.
And now a piece which tells the many story. I mean, that's so important, you know. So if you don't take it right now,
You're going to miss it.
you're gonna miss.
Well, there you have it. We have an installation, as you can see, it up hanging on the wall. Of course, we're down in Kiembe. The hanging is something to do with the Kiembe story. It's a collection of many Ugandans actually who played a part of it. It was a community-best kind of contribution. Tailors gave us the cuttings, and a couple of women actually who had come in Kiembe nga ze kulinda lugoye lwe. While they're waiting, they were actually weaving with Helen Nabokenya. And that brings us to the end of the show today, but it's a wake-up call. I think we need to appreciate our own art, and we need to empower our own people. Helen, if someone wanted actually to talk to you more about your art and whatever you do, how best could they find? What are your handles on social media?
I'm on Facebook, Nabokenya Helen. We have a Facebook page at Punch Studio. Instagram, Nabokenya Helen. Twitter, Nabokenya Helen.
Well, there you have it. It means a lot. But one thing I didn't ask, are you married? Because this takes a lot of time. Are you married? Do you have a family? And was it supportive in all this?
Yeah, I have a family. I'm married to Asa Donald, and I have one boy. And yeah, of course, he was so supportive, and the artists. The artists in my studio also super supportive. I mean, when I was eyeing this work, actually, I saw a lot of support from different artists, and then I realized that, yeah, we are actually united, Ugandan artists.
Some other time.
I
I understand. It was nice to have you, Helen.
Thank you.
Well, there you have it. That was our visual artist this Saturday morning. Reality on the ground, real people, real issues. You and I are the ones actually who are going to expose what we have. If you come around Kampala, if you're passing via Kiembe, you'll actually see this hanging on the wall, and you've seen a couple of her other work that was actually running on TV there on your screen. It's something we need to appreciate. We need to appreciate art. We need to understand that when you're buying art and they're actually telling you it's worth 500, 800, or even $1 million and beyond, understand that you're buying a soul. You're taking some piece of her because she took time and a lot of creativity putting into this work. So yes, that was Reality on the Ground with me, Andrew Chama, and see Morning at 10 TV continues, and this will take us for a short commercial break. Keep it here.